And Tamal Krishna was encouraging me. You know, I was in a hospital in Calcutta, dying, and Tamal came to visit me.
I didn't know you were in hospital in Calcutta.
I was in the Birla Hospital in Calcutta in terminal stage of
From this
hepatitis.
something happened. Okay.
Yeah, full-on hep that left me as just basically a walking skeleton, except not walking, laying skeleton. And I had given up all hope, actually, at that point.
74.
74. Year before I returned. When I recovered, as I was in the hospital, Tamal Krishna might have gotten a wind of my thoughts and feelings and tried to encourage it. So he came to visit me in the hospital and said, if you want to go to Russia and preach, that would be an amazing thing. And so he basically planted this desire in me, to which I immediately responded by getting well. That's what I needed. I needed something to live for.
So the
something exciting.
Puntal project had ceased to inspire you?
Not so much, but I couldn't see myself getting back to it. I mean, I was a non... I couldn't even open my eyes. That's how no energy. I had no energy. Even blinking
from the habit
was an effort from the habit. Yeah. So
when
he came and started talking to me, I could still hear, and he was talking to me and encouraging me in this way. I thought, well, what a great thing would that be? And a thing that I'm preeminently, supposedly capable of doing because I can speak, right? I can speak to the people in their own language. And so I got all excited and got well and came back and traveled across India to visit Prabhupada in Bombay, where he was staying at the time.
So I would have been there by then.
Probably you
must have been.
And you might have even been there on that occasion.
I never got to sit on the roof.
It wasn't on the roof. It was in a little bungalow by the beach. Where
Sumati Maharaji's bungalow?
Maybe.
Not Hare Krishna.
No, it was some distance away.
Then he was staying but just a walk away.
Yeah.
And it was on the beach.
Yeah.
Then it was Sumati Maharaji, the woman who first gave him passage.
I'm pretty sure that's right. So I arrived there, and Prabhupada inquired about my health and this and that, and then asked me, so he said, I hear that you can speak Russian. When he said that, my heart just started racing, practically jumping out of my chest. And I said, yes, Srila Prabhupada, I can speak Russian. And he said, and Polish? I said, yes, I can speak Polish too. He said, very nice. You can write it also? Yes, Srila Prabhupada, I can write it. And Prabhupada seemed like really happy to hear that. He said, oh, very nice. And he was smiling. And I was just expecting him to say in the next sentence that we need someone, to go there, preach. But instead of saying that, Prabhupada said, I want to tell you something about art. How important it is, what you're doing. He said, think about it. When you are creating an image, a transcendental image, when you are painting a painting of Krishna Leela, or anything else, you are speaking in all languages. You are speaking to anyone, anywhere, and for all time. Just see, he said, how important is the work you're doing. And of course, I sat there, enjoying the words, enjoying Prabhupada's indirectly encouraging and approving and appreciating the work that was being done. And he went on to say a few other things about the nature of the artist's work and how the artist worships Krishna with his intelligence, or by one's intelligence. This is the process of service that the artist does. Many hours of thinking, he said, and short time of painting. 90% thinking, 1% painting. This is the work, he said. And then said a few other things which I don't fully recall, but then suddenly turned to me and said, "So, Baradraj, where would you like to go?" And I immediately jumped again like a rabbit in a snare. I said, "Russia." And Prabhupada just laughed and laughed and laughed. You know, that big belly laugh that he could have, just full on, just like, just see how you have heard what I have to say.
So in a way, he delighted in your obstinance.
Well, he delighted in my innocence, I guess, and gently showing me that I wasn't ready to take on such a radical service as I was proposing, but that I should go with a service that has been set aside for me, and that it was my natural inclination.
And did he conclude it in any way by saying, "So actually, this is what I want you to do"?
He didn't have.
Nothing further was said.
He didn't have.